Welcome back to you, Munchkin, crypto's juiciest news. If you've noticed, I am wearing my Pikachu hat. We're going to need to collect all the Pokemon for 2024 and beyond, friends, because collecting crypto is just like collecting Pokemon. You just feel like you got to grab them all. All these ecosystems, all these launch pads, all these coins, all these meme coins. Of course, don't go silly with them because you can only battle with 6. But you really do have to look everywhere, friends, because unfortunately, the odds of survival are really low. We're going to speak about that today. But first, what's going on in the land of Bitcoin? We are still in the 42K zone. Isn't this fascinating? What I tell you, friends, please, there is secrets, I can tell you. Okay, number one secret, you listen, look at me in my face, friends. Look at me, look at the Pikachu, then look at me again. The way Bitcoin moves in the end of its bull markets, its pattern and its patterns, its style, you can get the clues for that in its bear market. I noticed this when I went back into the charts. It's very fascinating, isn't it? Sometimes it's the retracement levels, sometimes it's the style, the number of greens, the number of reds. So what we should be doing is focus, how did Bitcoin behave in 2023 this year? And see, we're looking at 42K here. We're still around this zone. If you zoom in on the 4-hour chart, you can't really see much, can you? Okay. By the way, I hope this just keeps breaking up and then we get like a 48K pop and then something happens. But what I mean by that is I mention this to you every day. I'm going to mention to you again. Okay. You see how back here we had Peppy season here. We went up and then it was just sideways. You see that? There wasn't a real blow off and then capitulation. It was just red. So this red, green, right? So green, red, green, like this. That's what we might be seeing up here. Because what's everybody looking for? They go sell the news, or they're like, no. Saudi's gonna buy 1 million Bitcoin. You see, everyone's looking for that. So what we're actually doing is we've got more people onboarded and the market has become more mature. But check this out, right? Michael Chad Saylor has bought $615 million more of Bitcoin. His total held is almost 6 billion now. I mean, the guy's got a lot. You got to wonder sometimes. I wonder who's selling to him. It's something to think about, okay? Now, Coinbase insiders, friends. Coinbase insider, this is something to think about. In stocks, when you sell and you're an insider, you got to report it. But because stocks don't have the ferocity of memes in our community, no one really pays too much attention to it. There are people who do, and they make data on it, but nowhere near to the level of like fun and activity that we put. Now, the Coinbase insiders, which is, the CEOs, the executives, that's who he includes. They sold $120 million of stock in December. So you must be thinking, okay, if you're a friend of mine, right? You have a friend named Somi here who's wearing a Pikachu hat. I'm thinking, if Coinbase insiders we're selling $120 million of stock, I wonder who was buying. Well, luckily for you, I have the answer here. Cathie Wood, our favorite gilf, used retailer money to buy off them. $28 million worth. See, you just got to think about who you're buying from, friends, and who you're selling to. If only, I wish there were other influencers who me and you could watch, who would talk to us like this. No one talks to us like this. It's a game, man. It's literally a game, friends. All right. So that's the truth. Before you buy something, you got to think, okay, who am I buying it off? If you're buying Solana here, who are you buying it off? You're buying it from the VCs who are dumping via OTC. Okay. Now here's the thing. They could still be wrong. Of course they can be wrong because they've been DCA selling from lower. All right. You also got to wonder though, okay, if I'm buying my coins from them, who am I buying with? 2 questions to ask yourself. Who you're buying from and who's next to you that you're buying, okay? Because who's next to you you're buying? Who's buying next to you? Weekend soy boys. People who are telling you Solana's going to flip Ethereum, even though it's got like 1/30th of the money locked in. Okay, those are the people coming in. People who are bearish on Ethereum on the 4th quarter right before a Bitcoin halving year. Okay, people falling right into a trap. That's who you're buying with. These people who just, see, here's the thing, okay? People just, at this point, they've just bought Sol to get into the meme coins. See, this is how you know you're in an extreme zone, friends. No one cares right now. So I can even show you the Sol chart. No one really cares after you get to a certain point. They're like, I don't really care what price I'm paying for. So this is Sol ETH, by the way. Well, as soon as I made my video out, it dropped 20%. Okay, so you can actually just have a look at Look at this chart, okay? So it's a very nice chart, very nice. But you already wonder, how does this move happen? Like you just go straight up and straight down. Well, this is what happens, okay? The people who get in up here, those are people who just want to come for the meme coins. So what they're saying is they say, I need to use Solana now. I don't care if the price is $100. Why? Because I'm going to buy some meme coins. So let me bridge in like $2,000 worth, $5,000 worth. Let me buy Sol. And then as soon as I get in, I start deploying the money and using it. That's how you get that final euphoria. Because these people, friends, they're not thinking about the price. They're just saying, I need to get meme coins. Get me in at any price. If you've been following me, this exact same thing happened to Ethereum in 2017. People just bought ETH to get in on the Ethereum coin ICOs and the different types of scams and the grifts there, okay? So that's how you know at the very end it's getting steady. Now, but of course, you might say, oh, I'm just going to wait until it gets euphoric. No, not so fast. You don't know if you will be graced with the opportunity to even get that because it's a level, friends, like a scale of 0 to 10. Most of the time, coins only go to like a 4, come back to 0. Okay, this thing with Solana has gone up to full 10. You know, but even if it got to 7, what do you think? If something goes from level 0 to 7 of euphoria, you're like, oh man, I'm risking it going back down. How likely is it going to go to 10? That's why you never get rid of your full bag, okay, ever. And that's why you really got to be convicted. You got to be like super convicted. But the hard part is, if you're super convicted, even a level 10 euphoria doesn't trigger you. For example, look at Bitcoin Maxis. Then no one's going to sell at $80,000 because they're so convicted, they've held through so much pain that in their minds, they're like, well, man, the Bitcoin's worth at least $1 million. Right, in their minds. See, this is why everybody is graced with the opportunity to be convicted and make gains, but unfortunately, 99% of people are ultimately doomed to fail. All right. We also have, speaking about Solana, friends. So, by the way, I have the best news. By the way, I literally have the best news. When I go and read the news, they just plot it out, but there's no context with the news. Like you don't know anything. That's why when you listen to me, you're learning. That's why you like, subscribe, belly button on, and keep your back straight. Vitalik. So the 4,000 IQ creature who invented Ethereum, Vitalik, posted a suspiciously timed article about 3 ways to make Ethereum's proof of stake design simpler. Now, no one reports on what I'm about to tell you. I go, that's a bit suspicious because this is obviously Vitalik's way to let the community know he is still a spiritual leader and giving everyone a morale boost due to the recent Solana rally. Yes, of course, everyone's going to say, no, not going to happen like this. I got this other news. Friends, come on, man. It's a game everywhere, friends. You just pick your flavor. Pick your flavor, okay? When I look at this chart, okay, I'll put on a weekly chart. Isn't it funny? Look, you think, honestly, let's put on a monthly chart, monthly candle. Do you honestly think, okay, he doesn't make this article here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 green monthly candles. This is Solana versus ETH, okay? This is Sol ETH. This is the Sol ETH ratio, okay? So it's Solana versus Ethereum. Look when the article comes out. It's not a coincidence, man. I'm just telling you, friends. This is a game. We're all in cults. Get over it. It means we're early. Okay, we're all in cults. This is how the game works. We're all in communities. Everyone's got their own tribe, their own beliefs. Yes, we all want number go up. But because I've told you with Metcalfe's law, number go up means people go up. So that's what we're all here for. We think, oh, we got a better idea. That's just the game of adoption. That's adoption, friends. Everyone thinks there's the ones that's going to be adopted, okay? Also, ChainLink proves to be a decent bet for crypto. I've already made a video on this telling you, like, ChainLink, instead of going 30x in like 1 month, it might just have strong support of bids throughout the bull market because it ties to almost every single narrative. Gaming, NFT, metaverse, it ties to DeFi, old DeFi, new DeFi, mid-curve DeFi. It ties to Ethereum. It ties to the layer 2s of Ethereum. It ties to synthetics, which is perps trading, money markets, which is all part of the DeFi, right? It ties to real-world assets. Because, for example, friends, if you put a treasury, let's say you put in $400 million of US treasury, you need Chainlink Oracle professional data to tell the blockchain what price the treasury note is to every second of the day, and it can't skip 1 beat. Otherwise, everything gets liquidated hard, okay? You can't skip 1 beat. So ChainLink, why is that proven a decent bet? So this news has nothing to do with ChainLink, but I'm here interjecting for you because look what these real world asset coins are doing. Now, I've already made a video on real world assets. It might be a narrative, but the problem is the coins. Because if you tokenize something from the world, what's your coin got to do with it? No one cares about your coin. So for example, if you go and tokenize your house or your stocks, you put Tesla on the blockchain, or you tokenize, basically tokenize, friends, just means the equivalent of Tether gives you stable coins for your asset. That's what it means. It means like if you, let's say you had a US treasury, it's worth $300 million. Yeah, they'll give you like 300 million USDT into your account for it. Or they'll give you, yeah, and that's worth that much on the chain. That's what it means, okay? So here's the thing. When you do this though, what's your real world asset coin got to do with it? So hopefully there's fees attached to it, but look at this. Ondo coin, so to add a feature, they've added governance participation, which is a basically useless feature. It's like, hey, you can vote on stuff now. We know, friends, that when you start to put governance, it means you've ran out of ideas because you're like, there's not enough money coming in. We don't know how to make this work. Okay, let's just give people a fake vote to make them think that they have an illusion of vote. Now, why do they do this? Of course, here's the truth. No one cares about useless governance, so it's just a way to fluff the market higher with a higher valuation so the insiders can dump on you later. There you go. Okay, so that's just the whole game of, yeah, that's it. Don't have to play, hate the game, friends. This is the game. This is the game of crypto. It's what they do. At least you have a friend that's been at least telling you everything that's going on. Also, more news, okay? So we just saw Bitcoin still for 40K. People still calling for the death of Ethereum. Good. Let them call for the death of Ethereum. I've got my Pokemon hat ready. Also, PulseX Buy Burn hits 3.04%. So it's still every day while it's happening. Tokenomics are good. Everything's going great. Except the prices, which is what we want. All right, now, friends, this I'm going to show you something, okay? I'm not accusing anyone of anything. I'm just telling you. On Reddit, they had a thread. Best and worst influencers on there, okay? I just went through, see what people say. Of course, it's Reddit, but I'll just let you see. So this is the thing, okay? So did you notice that? This is the funny part. I made a video with evidence of people who are like victims of Elio trades. Like that's what they say. And then they have all this evidence saying like, hey, a lot of this thing is vaporware and he's a big YouTube influencer and none of these projects have ever delivered, and they have a list of all the names. Like I made a video out there just saying, hey man, this thing is bad. I'm just revealing it because this sucks. I don't want to get caught in it. And then Elio Trades and Alex Becker start shilling gaming super hard, and there was some impulsive buys and these retailer degens, and just everyone jumps on board, okay? And gaming starts returning out of nowhere. And I'm watching it and I'm like, wow, there must be some like huge World of Warcraft type of game level that's being invented by these guys. Nothing. It was just promises, okay? Just promises of updates. And I was like, really? But that's the game, friends. You can't argue with that. They got attention. The retailer kids are back, and now they're back. But here's the thing, okay? I didn't know this. So this person on Reddit, so Virtual Bacon Dennis, he's a friend of the channel. He's a good guy. I just didn't know this. I don't know if it's true, but I'm just telling you, man. If this is true, I'm just showing you, friend. This shocked me. So they say Dennis, right? Down here, there's receipts of Elio's wallet paying Dennis, so Virtual Bacon, with super tokens, right? So I was like, really now? Like, they send influencers out coins, and then they all start talking about it. Yeah, it's going to be a big gaming thing, and then you get a price pump. And I'm going to show you the chart right now. So this is super. This is where it came out of nowhere, just started pumping up here. Now, I want you to know, friends, this is the thing. You're going to be pretty surprised. I made money on super. I did its ICO. I made money. But, you know, some people message me, they're like, I followed your calls. How come I didn't make money on super? I go, yeah, I did the ICO for it, public ICO, and I made money on it. I just dumped with everybody else. And you couldn't do it, so I just never wrote it down. Okay, so that's the thing when it comes to these friends. In my prophecies and my results, I don't put stuff that you can't get in. Like, who the hell cares? Okay, I did an ICO, I didn't tell everyone about it. Okay. That's why when I'm trying to include you with something, I write on the record. I don't really care, friends. If the record goes to zero, I don't really give a damn. I'm here to play the game. I'm not here to sell you anything. I don't care. I don't have any, there's no leverage trading. There's no sponsorship with this. There's nothing here, man. There's literally nothing here. That's it. You're just watching for friendship. I tell you. Okay, so but people who are going to follow all the empty promises people, so good, go do it. Okay, so this is the super chart that went up. So By the way, I'm just so you know, friends, next time if you see shillers and stuff getting coins like that, they're good for trading because retailers buying, but you get to see like there's some sort of something going on. Like there's no product. It's a tough game, and it's the industry. This is the industry. It just breaks my heart if everyone does it, friends. Everyone does that, man. It's like it's crazy. So you got to walk a fine line because look, Miguel says, "Come on, bro. 2 days ago, you congratulated the worst paid shiller on YouTube, Scammy Ram. So please take it easy." Look, man, you can't, friends. The world is grey. You understand? You can't say you did one bad thing, therefore you're a totally bad person everywhere. You can't, because everybody's getting bribed somewhere. For example, you're holding bags that you believe are cheap. That's why you believe telling everybody else is cheap. So I'm not here to say good, bad. I'm not the judger. I'm not the arbiter of that. I'm just telling you this is the game. Okay, I'm not telling you, oh, it's bad or whatever. That's right. I'll tell you this is the game. And everybody who's against me is scum. That's it. When you're in the ring, friends, you're not best friends with the other guy. They literally have gloves on. They're trying to hit you in the head. You understand? They're literally trying to knock you out. Except they're trying to choke you out. So they're not your friends. No one's your friends, okay? It's literally buy low, sell high. If you aren't buying low, and if someone's telling you about a coin and it's not low, well, guess what? They're the enemy. That's it. They're the enemy. That's the only reason you win, friends. Only the paranoid survive in this game. Only the paranoid. That's what there's a famous stock market saying. Buy low, sell high. So I'm here just to tell you the game. That's it. And of course, contrarian, no one likes it, okay? No one freaking likes it because you are promised something. It's going up and up and up and up, but you don't know, man. The guy who really got in, the insiders who got in, maybe they're in at a coin that's 1 cent. They got in at 1 cent. Now it's like 47 cents, and you really think it's going $5. And everybody else is in with you. All the retailers are in at 30 cents, 20 cents. You really think it's going to like $5, but the insiders are in at 1 cent. It's a dirty game. This really is great, a full game. Everyone's just rotating around, trying to find where they think value is and where they think the market's going to accept it. But I'm going to end with the funniest story of all, friends, because everybody's in a tribe. Now, this is an actual true story, okay? So Udi, he's a Bitcoin Maxi. He's one of the wizards with Eric. Breaking news, okay? Bitcoin Maxis have confirmed their approval of a convicted P-word. Look at this, a child abuser. Yes, that's right. So Udi's reporting that Corey Cuckstein. So why is he called Corey Cuckstein? Because he blocked me. Why did he block me? Because Corey was bagging out the altcoin and Ethereum industry, accusing them of being Ponzi's. But Swan Signal, the people holding all their coins, they were running a Ponzi too the whole time. And then they got caught. They lost the keys. So they were running a Ponzi, and I called them out for it. I go, hey, bro, I clearly remember you being a little cuck, going on all the mainstream crypto channels, telling me crypto's going to zero, Ethereum's going to zero, Bitcoin not crypto, it's all a Ponzi. And then you and your exchange was running a Ponzi the whole damn time. Isn't that funny? And then he blocked me. Okay, so Corey Cuckstein, all these. Unfortunately, this really happened. So on stage is a dude here. I'm not even going to say his name because I don't want to attract any bad attention. But he got caught. He went to jail for years. A couple of years. Yes, he actually got convicted, friends. Look at this. 45-year-old man accused of these unfortunate, very, very violent, bad acts against children speaking on stage. So, yeah, it's real. And look, here's the thing, okay? Yes, sure. They probably didn't know at the time. But he came and spoke. He's speaking on this stage with all of them anyway, okay? So you can just see them in Corey Cuckstein's up here or whatever. Now, friends, you got to tell you something, okay? In 2022, I kept some receipts. And by some receipts, I mean I got a whole library filled of receipts. And I remember every single soy boy virgin cuck with a pencil neck trying to tell me Ethereum's going to zero, trying to get you to sell your altcoins, saying everything's going lower forever, saying they were inviting the guzzler himself, the semen demon himself, Gary Gensler, to come and stamp everything out from crypto, to send it all to zero, okay? I saw and I remember that. You were here too. If you weren't, I'm telling you, I was here every single day, 18 hours a day, and I remembered all these. So I promised myself, if these people slip up once, they're going to feel the wrath. Well, here you are now. Here they are now. Okay, but there's actually, I can tie it into crypto and help your bags learning this. Okay, so this is the truth, friends. People who are child abusers, these people, these scum of society, like actual bottom level scum, chomos, they're sick in the head. So how they think is they like to get positions of power because that's what they seek. Okay, because they try to go to the most innocent people. The fact that Bitcoin conferences have Bitcoin Maxis who are underground chomos, it's showing you how late stage in the adoption cycle it is. Because think about this chomo. This chomo comes in. He's like, which Maxi can I be? Ethereum Maxi? Nah. What about the other altcoins? Nah. They're too young. Let me go for the biggest revered one. It's the biggest cult. Of course it is, okay? Now, of course, friends, it'd be okay to be long Bitcoin if I could see like a 50x on side from it. But this is it's just to show you the Bitcoin adoption is much further along the curve than, say, Plan B says. Plan B believes only less than 2% of the world has got it, and we're going to get the next 100x. Of course, they're going to say that because you're a Bitcoin Maxi, all right? So just show you, I'm opening your eyes here. This is something that you get to see that's going to be playing out. So you have to look for these clues. I mean, it's going to be very funny. Funny, sad. I hope Bitcoin doesn't stop at 80 to 100K. I really hope it doesn't, because I don't want to be on all these YouTube freaking channels having interviews saying like, man, I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry you all lost your money. Like I tried to tell you 30,000 times. I don't want to be there. And they're going to ask me, how did you know? How did you know? And I'll say, they had chomos out on stage, you know? So it's a tough game, okay? And I'm going to finish it off with just an example of the tribe here. So Max Keiser. So Max Keiser is one of the greatest shillers of all time. He's literally just doing psychological warfare and all the governments around the world. Look at this. So he is Saudi Arabian, the king, whatever he is. Breaking news: big oil money to enter Bitcoin. Okay, look at this. The username is Bitcoin LFG. Okay, so 90-year-old Saudi Arabian Salafic cleric writes a fatwa deeming Bitcoin acceptable under Islam. So he says there's a fatwa. It just means acceptable, friends. They just change the laws all the time when they like something. Okay, look. And then Max, his response: the Saudis will make Michael Chad Saylor look like a peanut. A $500 billion buy order triggering a God candle is a done deal. Okay? Friends, one of the greatest gifts of knowledge I could ever give you was to show you that every single thing you see in your crypto altcoin community, from Ethereum to the layer 2s, layer 1s, Pulse Chain, PulseX, Hex, Doge, SHIB, and everything in between, everything out there, friends. Every single thing you see with the community and the tribe, they are literally just super early stage Bitcoin. Bitcoin did the same thing. Bitcoin was the one that just kept growing, had the first mover advantage. Okay, you see that $500 billion FOMO candle, that is going to be propagated harder when we go up, if we rush up higher at like 80K, 90K, because that's the fear. People have the fear, friends. Trust me, no one's gonna sell. No one's gonna sell. I can put fear in your mind. If I make Bitcoin 92,000, right, and you're like, oh, I'd sell. No, you won't. Because all over the news, all they're going to be putting in your head is a government is going to print money and they're just going to start buying up all the Bitcoin. They're going to put the entire country GDP into it. You're like, oh, no, they're buying it up secretly. See that fear of missing out? What if it does the God candle up to 300K? Then you've missed everything. That fear is what compels people to hold on for too long. But luckily for you, it's in the charts. Just use the moving averages. Just use everything else. The charts don't lie, okay? Men lie, women lie, charts don't lie. You heard that from Crypto Crew University, Steve. It's true. It's true. I guess we'll find out how it plays out, right? Make sure you like, subscribe, bell button, all. This is your Pikachu hat signing off.